free-handed right now. I've played against these players before. Both of these players want to beat. Here they could make a mistake against a raise in a small blind by potentially re-raising, which I'll call, and they won't have that much necessary. Yeah, if they re-raise a good hand, that'll be fine. These are both relatively weak players. On the button, I'm not raising that much, but I am raising or being aggressive in the big blind against speed. It's a three-handed game right now. Both of these players are not that tight, which makes it an interesting video. Against sevens, they did not make a mistake. It was folded when I raised. Both folded when I raised. That was the right play because they probably both had weaker hands. Here would be a mistake to play this man for me. Yeah, I should not play it against Steve. He's making me play when he wins. That's fine. I bet the pot here. That would be a mistake not to bet the pot. He bets the pot. So I'm gonna fold. He may have made a mistake betting the pot here. I'm gonna raise. He can make a mistake calling me with a weaker hand. As he three bets, yeah. I'm going to fold here because it might be a mistake for him to three bet, and he should have just called. Not a big mistake. Why did I fold there? Because he knew kind of what I had on there. And if he still raised, if he raised with much less, he probably made a mistake. Like he may have made a mistake with the bomb pot. We're not going to bet it. We'll discuss the bomb pot later. But he may have made a mistake raising there instead of calling both with a weak hand and with a hand like aces. He should have just called. That mistake is not that big of a mistake. Here could be a mistake that they make if I raise three mates, but I could also make a mistake not realizing how they're playing. These are kind of unremarkable hands, yes, reactors. I folded 10-8 suited because I could make a mistake against that player. I could make a mistake against the player to my left if he gets a big hand on the flop. Here, unremarkable hands, yeah. Three-handed game. That's an unremarkable hand. I'm down 9 big blinds. That's not a good result. I was just folding more times. I am playing relatively tight because I think they make mistakes against a tight button. Yeah. They're a little bit too loose, basically. Both of them. A little bit too loose, but hands that are not very good. He could have made a mistake opening, let's say, 7-4 offsuit. If he did, he made a mistake, a small mistake, that still matters. I make money from that. Unremarkable hand 5-6. This one we're going to open. We have not opened many buttons. See what they do here. This is not going to be a mistake for me to open to the 35 cents. They both folded. They did not make a mistake. Here I might play with 9-6. I haven't played many hands. I might 3-bet big blind against small blind. I will play here, but I'll probably let him continuation bet anyway. No, not you. Here I'll check calling him. And he might make a mistake when I hit a heart on the turn specifically. If you check, that's also a mistake. You should bet here. Yeah, I'm going to check call a outside bet. We don't hit the heart. Now, hopefully he checks, otherwise I'm not sure what I'm going to do. I might make a mistake here if he doesn't check. If he does check, and I'm not sure I'm calling on the river. He can make a mistake by not betting, and looks like he did. Yeah, he should have bet the river. He made a significant mistake for like 50 cents. Mistakes people make. Yeah, I've not made mistakes so far. That was a significant mistake to not bet for 50 the river. The tournament had to check if it couldn't be 3 streets of that in there. I could have called 3 streets and you would have just created a headache for myself. I could have had a hand there where I called 3 streets. Yeah. He avoided me check calling 3 streets and showing him a pair of aces or something by checking the turn. That was fine, yeah. I don't mind him checking the turn, but a crucial mistake to not bet the river. Pot. To bet the river pot. Yeah, here it's strange to raise ace-4 off, so you can fold it too, but I wanted to see what they do against the raise. I'll continuation bet here. They might make a mistake like check raising this with nothing. I'll still fold. Yeah, they folded to me. That was fine. That was not a mistake. They did not make a mistake calling free flop. Yeah, here I'll fold. He might make a mistake by raising 7-4 offsuit. Yeah, but I don't think he has 7-4 offsuit. I'm a bomb pot. I might make a mistake. Here I need to be aggressive in this bomb pot. Last bomb pot I was not. Yeah. I was playing hand. Yeah, I'm gonna bet the pot on this. Here's the bet fold. Yeah, that's it. Now I'm up 10 big blinds. This is pretty rough running that bomb pot. They might make a mistake by calling too loosely. They don't call, they did not make a mistake. Yeah, call, but I'll probably call for continuation. Yeah, that's not good. Last one I hit a flush draw. If here I did not hit, yeah, I'll just fold here. I'm not going to call 3 streets here and 1 street here. He checks, maybe I'll win like this, but I'm not going to call it there. He's going to have to check 3 times. No fold. I could have made a mistake by calling the turn though. Could have. Well, not even if it would have been a mistake, but could have been a mistake. If he has like 3 aces, let's say. Here I will raise. But this is close. You could fold this close. You would limp also, yeah. He called me. He may have made a mistake calling me there. Will continuation bet most flops, and then it'll get interesting on the river potentially. Yeah, he just folds. He probably made a mistake calling too loosely. 3 flops, and then didn't know what to do, and I bet the flop. Isn't that amazing players? That's why it's important to continuation at the flop there. Here I call it king 7-2. It's kind of unremarkable. He checks me, I'll check. If he checks the turn, he's making a mistake. I'm going to check the turn and try to bet the river here at a pretty good hand. I should have bet down here. Yeah, bet the river here. He probably made a mistake calling me. Let's see what he has calling me. Oh, really? Small blind is big blind. I have pretty good hands in the small blind. He doesn't know that, yeah. Let's see if he calls too loose. If he 3-bets, that's a good play. Yeah, I'll fold. He just calls. Yeah, here I'll let him win on his board, yeah. I need a board that kind of hits my hand better. Here I will bet. That one is a good card for me, not a good card for him. So I will bet that card. He calls. I'm not going to bet here. Yeah. And he wins it. I did not make a mistake. It was just not a good hand. Let's see what they have. Steve had there. Oh, he has this ace-5. That's a mistake falling with ace-5. I've done pretty well so far. Mostly from my mistakes. He will call. He will limp. He'll check and I think. And he'll check those calls. I'll probably just check and show him queen jack and with it. We checked 2 flops. And I thought that I had a good chance against on the flop. With fold there after raising a bunch of times. I'm not making much money in a small blind against this player, I don't think. Yeah, all my money against Steve, big blind against small blind. Here we'll call if he raises. Oh, he just limps. We'll check again. Previous flop, I'll check and try to induce something. The ace is a bad card, so I'll check that. Yeah, I'll just check it, please. And then, he did not make a mistake. Fold ace, everyone. I don't want to get 3 bets, and I'm not making much money when I raise ace. Hold king 9 on the button. With holding king 9 on the button, I don't think they're going to make a mistake against it. It's an unremarkable hand. King 9 was remarkable. You needed them to be playing differently for them to make a mistake against it. I did not want to create randomness by raising it. Any video I post, I think, would be a video in which I win money. And here I'm winning. I play 10 big lines. This bumper, I don't need to do that. Nice more. A lot of unremarkable hands. We have played some interesting hands that I may want to look back at after playing this. I may want to watch my own video, and then I may find it interesting and have another person raise here. They can make a mistake against 6-8 suited, mostly the guy under the gun. Few people call, they may have made a mistake there. I'm going to check this right there. If you're going to check a death, on the check, they may make a mistake on the turn. That card, they're not going to make a mistake on. Yeah, that's not a mistake. The best there, I should fold. Now we're down a big one. If I watch the video and it's interesting to me, it may be interesting to 1 or 2 more people who may watch it and know a little bit about how I play. I'm trying to show people how I make money, but you're not going to be able to make money by watching me off of me playing against you, or yourself playing. You won't be able to make money either. This is not a video where you can watch it and then make money off of what I showed you. This is just to understand how to play a little bit better against certain players. And now it's going to make more money, yeah. So I'm not going to have many viewers for this. It's mostly for myself to watch and see if there's something interesting. Maybe it's a video I save for a few years, yeah. If a certain hand is remembered and kind of bookmarked in my brain. I did not have any big hands there. I did not have aces or a full house or something. Which is very different from every other video you'll see on YouTube. That's a 6-handed table. We'll play this for maybe 20 more minutes. These pairs are the biggest one I've had, I think, so far. There's a check. I think he's checking here. They might make a mistake against the check. He'll check it again and check those days. They won't let me check those days. Not remarkable so far, so I'm not showing on this video. They could have made a mistake against the calling with ace-6, but it's a hand they could get into a lot of trouble with, even though it would not be a mistake to be in that spot. I knew it would not be a mistake. And they could make a mistake, but I feel like I don't want to trouble it that time, yeah. It's just because of how they see me as a person who, they see me as a person who plays a lot of hands. I think they see me that right now and from the last month or so. So far, unremarkable, most of these hands, yeah. This video will be saved on my hard drive, but not much more, yeah. Here we'll raise the 5 big blinds, let's say, with ace queen offsuit. In the blinds, they can make a mistake. By calling, yeah, by re-raising, they can make a mistake. That guy's probably making a mistake. I think I have a better hand than him, and I'll call him. I missed, so he probably did not make a mistake. On this flop, he's alright, yeah. If he bets, I'll probably have to fold, yeah. Let's see if he checks, maybe, you know. He bets big, yeah, I made a mistake. I did not make a mistake. My hand is strong, but if I called him with 7-5 offsuit, I probably would have made a mistake by simply folding the flop. Yeah. It's not good there, and he bets for me to make a mistake simply folding the flop, because folding makes a lot of sense, and yet it's still a mistake. With ace queen, it's not a mistake. So with, let's say, a pair of threes, it's not a mistake. You needed to hit that flop, yeah. Not a good situation to be in, but it's a decent player potentially who bet higher than the pot size. Made a big bet there, yeah. Hard to play against. I'm usually hard to play against, but in this case, Robert83 was hard to play against. Hard to make money off. Yeah, we'll make a note about that. Not in the notes section, but we'll make a note about that for the next 15 minutes. That might be all you need for this next 15 minutes. So now I'm down 9 big blinds, so this video will not be seen by anyone, I'm afraid. I don't like videos where I'm down money, because they're not that good for people to watch. People need to see win $5 or $10 basically. Mostly the value of this video is in like 5 years, how I used to play, how I used to play 5 years before I played more interesting games. It's a very low stakes video. Not enough good hands in this video. Yeah. Not really on the flop, but pre-flop, not enough good hands. Needed aces or something. Yeah, we'll wait another 5 minutes. Not very interesting players either. So basically a ZZZ video. The way I'm explaining things is also to be deleted. But maybe it'll be seen in 5 years. A rating of this video so far I would say is about CC minus in terms of value for one person watching it. It may be seen by 10 people if I play, let's say, in a higher stakes game on Betonline in a year or so. Should not be seen by more than 10 people. After I think 10 people saw it, I will delete it or secure it somewhere where it cannot be seen anymore. 10 people kind of like people who might know me in person. If it's seen by, let's say, PLO me, yeah, that doesn't count as one of 10 people, because that price doesn't matter. If you see each other anyway. It's important what people get out of what you're presenting. Here, I don't think people are going to get that much. Yeah. But they might, if I'm successful in higher stakes games, in, let's say, 2029. We checked on his bomb pot. It's a straight draw, but they're not going to allow me to draw anything. You have to draw the 2 cards. They'll cost like $5, yeah. I'm probably not going to call them. The betting also doesn't make sense so much. Yeah, let's just make it that way. There is a lot of value to getting paid when you hit your 9, but it's probably a mistake for me to call that 90 cent bucks. They do pay me off somewhere, yeah. Probably putting a step, yeah. 4 out. Now we're down 14 big blinds, yeah. Not a very effective video. While we're doing a good job betting big, that's important for a player who doesn't play here much to look like he's a smart player. If he does it with hands that are really weak, then he's making mistakes. Yeah. He hasn't shown that so far, so I think he's one of the better players. That may be the most insightful comment that I've made in the last 20 minutes. This is a decent hand, given how I've been playing, and given how they've been playing. Yeah, we're raising here, so I have an interesting hand. I'm not sure to make a mistake pre-flop against it. That's a call, that's probably fine, yeah. If he 3-bets, that's good for the play then. Yeah, here we'll check. I can make a mistake by betting the flop here. I have history with Dixon. He thinks I'm relatively aggressive, but I think he respects me. Here, if he bets, I might raise. Yeah, otherwise I'll just check and take a river check. We miss on the bet the thriller if he checks me. It'd be a mistake to not bet the thriller. If he bets, I'll fold. Yeah, I'm not going to raise him. It would not be a mistake to raising me. Yeah. But I don't know enough about him. Yeah, if he bets, I'll fold. Interesting thing, yeah. That's more interesting than every other thing. Try to get a couple more hands and then end the video. We're playing relatively slow, which is also not good for the video. Trying to create a lot of value for a person watching this who is interested in how players, a person interested in how players are kind of shooting themselves in terms of profitability. Some people are interested in that, yeah. I'm down 20 big blind pairs, so nobody's going to see this here. Unlikely I'm going to be up in the next 10 hands. Yeah, it would be an interesting hand if I was up. Let's say I don't have a butt, I don't have a bomb pot. We'll raise this just for the sake of the video. We don't expect to raise queen 10 from under the gun. I've been relatively tight compared to how I usually play. This is kind of like a 40 DPI hand to raise. 2 calls. It's hard to not make mistakes. Hard for me to not make a mistake here. Is it check? Yeah, I'm just going to give this up on that 9 call pass. We'll just give this up then. Dangerous if they have something. And no, raise me with something else. So I don't want to make a bet. Never let them have it. It would be a mistake probably to make a bet for me, whether on the flop, turn, or river. Turned out they didn't have much. Still would have been a mistake to bet the river then. Maybe not a mistake to bet the flop. We may end this video on another button. These are downers when I'm down 25 big blinds, 23 big blinds. You want to be up 50 big blinds in a half an hour. I wasn't watching how they played it. And I'll go to the hand for replay. I'll look at the hand. Ace 6 against 7. He calls it Ace 6. And calls and check those, Yeah, that makes sense. I did not make a mistake. It's just a situation where you're trying to get paid off both with 3 6s and with a full house 7 full 6. Both are trying to get paid off, so they're just trying to get money in. Maybe a mistake to play Ace 6 pre-flop, but it worked out for him to hit 3 6s. Probably for Robert in a 3-up pot against my Ace 2. We'll go to the next button and then we'll end the video. Play this Jack 10 off, please. I don't think we're making a mistake here, but it's only 5 cents. And here we have a Jack. I don't think they're making a mistake here. Maybe a small pass. I'm not going to be in a big pass. I could make a mistake here, They're on a fold. I can make a mistake in big bets. I don't want 3 big bets here. So we'll end the video next time. bump. Let's try that. I think I dealt a bad hand. I just end the video. Oh, look at that. I just dealt a flush. You could make a mistake against me having a flush. And I may now have more than $7. We'll extend this video. I'm going to bet this and get the pot. See if they make a mistake. They might call and not make a mistake, but they could raise all in with like a pair of jacks and make a mistake. Because they don't expect you to have it. Yeah. They didn't beat the raise. Now they'll fold, yeah. I'll extend this video a couple more times. Where's this one? I'll just link it with C. That might be interesting. If they could have made a mistake. They could have made a mistake against the flush there. It was centered on the front of the river. We did not get to show it, but people can themselves watching this video figure out what they would do on the river to make a mistake. Basically fold too much, yeah. The hero just check second pair. Look at this contact down the head. I'm good with it. Down 4 big lines. That's not enough to take this video. I'm going to end it on the next block method in time. Unremarkable hand in a big line. We could make a mistake by putting in money here. I'd still play a few more hands against a new player that's sat down. Might be valuable to people watching the video if he might make a mistake. Here we can't raise on the button. We can limp, I guess, but it won't be there. We'll limp again. You can check here, you can also bet. It's not a mistake to bet. Here, it's a good card for me. But if they bet, you have to fold, yeah. If they check for me, I think I'll try to get the river if they check for me. Yeah. Yeah, here I'll bet this river if they'll check for me. That is something. They can make a mistake against that by check raising it, and I could have a set of jacks, yeah. Yeah, there's action before me, or they're betting and raising for a fold. I'll play to the next button. If Robert is strong here, he's a pretty good player. If he's just raising with weak hands, yeah, he's not a good player. If he's probably not that good, if he raised them forward, yeah. Should have had a hand on it already. Still 3-bet somebody. Yeah, for the sake of the video. They don't think I'm 3-betting what's going on hand. It's good for me to 3-bet there. 3-bet Steve or Purple David and raise. Continuing with 40 VPIP, even though I've not played 40 VPIP. But it's a 40 VPIP kind of raise. In the cutoff. They just raise it, they don't raise the performance, so there's not 3-bet. They can make a mistake by calling too wide here. Like I maybe calling too wide. We don't want UFC to call. You start calling. That's alright. This is pretty good. I got a jack. I'm not going to bet it or anything, but I'll call if they bet. Puts pressure now if I don't bet the flop here. I put pressure on them to figure out what I have. They probably think I don't have much. They'll be surprised on the river when I have a bunch of action going. That guy bets more than the pot. Definitely a good idea to call him after I check the flop. But if he bets the river big, I may fold. They want him to check this river. You mean that, yeah. So that's relatively big. And I'll still call for the sake of the video, but you could fold too, and it's not a mistake to fold. That is good. On the river, he played it well, basically. Whether he had sixes or a bluff. Whether he had 3 6s or a bluff, he played it well. And I got unlucky that he called me pre-flop and did not 3-bet. I would not have called a 3-bet. I'll wait for the next button and then doing nothing for that jack there. We're just gonna win without a bet against him. Was a good idea to fold or call there. Basically, you want him to know that you call there with a Jack-10, but it doesn't matter that much. And to fold is a good idea because he probably has you beat. Yeah, if people play for probably has you beat, you can fold there, yeah. A lot of people probably thought he had me beat there when he bet on the river. It's not really about him bluffing and winning when he bluffs. It's about him making mistakes, and he did not really make a mistake. Yeah. Even though the bluff, he's not making a mistake, even when I call, yeah. So we're going to end this video at 45 minutes.